PMac back here for a very special PMacMovies haul video, which includes a haul from one of Hamilton Books' best ever updates, possibly their best. They updated Monday last week. A lot of boutique stuff, a lot of out-of-print stuff. I don't know about a lot, but a few. And I ended up placing 3 orders. And I'm going to tell you why, and then we're going to go through this stuff. So, the dude, Golden Wheels on Blu-ray.com said there's going to be a couple out-of-print things. I don't think those were even the things I was most excited about, but what happened was I wasn't sure, and there was one that I had been looking for a while that you could not find for less than, I don't know, 20, something like 20s. I believe it was considered out of print. It might have even been more than 20s. But it was one that I really wanted, and I needed to make sure that I got it. So I placed an order pretty quick. I got that and a few other things just to make sure that I got it. And there's at least one other out-of-print thing in that that went pretty quick. But I could have waited, actually, so I placed another order that night because there was some other stuff I wanted. And then I ended up looking back through again the next day, I think, or a couple days later. Might have been a couple days later, and I placed another order because some stuff was just like out of print and goes for quite a bit, and some of it, they were just like good deals and movies I was interested in enough. I was never going to be able to find them for that price again, so I hoarded up. Now the question is, let's see, I guess I'm not sure which is which. This small one might be the first order that I placed. Now the thing is with Hamilton Book too, a lot of their kind of cheaper ones, and even some things that are a little bit more expensive, end up at Dollar Tree, like AD, The Bible Continues, I think like $10 on Hamilton Book, shows up at Dollar Trees. A lot of the RLJ stuff that they had a year ago or so ended up at Dollar Tree. So I bought a bunch of things for $5 that ended up at $1 for Dollar Tree. So that cost me, kind of cost me quite a bit of money if you look at it from that perspective. So you do have to be careful. But they also get some cool kind of rare boutique stuff that Dollar Trees are not going to get. And then there's been some of their cheaper titles that I never found at Big Lots or Dollar Tree, so you never really know. But let's pop this open and see what we have here. Let's see here, what order? I want to see which. Yeah, this is the first order I placed. So first we have kind of one of the cheaper ones. This is an Asian movie that looked good to me. And this is from a company called CJ Entertainment, which they got a bunch of them in, of CJ Entertainment. I'm kind of under the assumption that these are items that are going to end up at Dollar Trees. I could be horribly wrong on that, though. But here's the first one, Masquerade. Gets really good reviews. It says, his nobility is of the heart, not his blood. CJ Entertainment, which I don't think I have anything from CJ Entertainment. This is from 2012. It is a Korean movie, and it's actually in a nice, like, sturdy case, like non-eco case. Interesting. Kind of reminds me of the cases that, like, Twilight Time used at first that were, like, blue, and they weren't, like, just the regular cases. But here is the one that I wanted the most. Let's just make sure my copy is good. Looking pretty good to me. This is the one. This is the reason why I placed this order so quick. I've been wanting this movie. I was actually trying to make a deal with one of the people who watches this movie, but he wanted to keep his copy. But really glad to get this. It was either $12 or $14. I'm going to look at the receipt after, but it is A Lizard in a Woman's Skin. I've just heard good things about this. It is a Lucio Fulci movie. I am very glad to get it because as far as I knew, this was out of print and I was not going to be able to get it. So when I saw that this was very affordable on Hamilton Book with the new update, I was like, I have to, because if this thing went out of print before I ordered it, I was going to be crying like a little bitch. I really wanted that one, so that's why I placed the order quick. This one's got a slash through it. This is one that was a little bit pricey too, and you never know. This could really, you never know. It could end up at Dollar Tree, but I don't think it will. This was like $12 or something. It is Bleak House. Bleak House Special Edition, starring Gillian Anderson. What's his face from Game of Thrones there? Charles Dance. So this might be one that ends up at like dollar stores because look, it's got the slash, and it wasn't like discounted a ton. It was a decent discount, but it wasn't discounted a ton. So pretty nice deal. Sounded like a pretty good one. Glad to get it. I think this is 3 discs. Let's see. And we have the Ace Ventura set here. The double pack. Ace Ventura double pack. This is out of print also. And I actually got the Arrow version of this, which is on 1 disc. I'm not sure as far as the transfer differences and things like that. I did want to make sure that I got this one though, and it did sell out pretty quick. Let's take a look at this baby. This was like something pretty cool for Hamilton Book to get. They got like a lot of out of print stuff this time. There you go, Ace Ventura. So my Arrow one is not region free. This Warner Brothers one is region free. So I just preferred to plunk down the 10 extra bucks to get that one. What else do we have here? This is another Mondo Macabro one that looked decent to me, so I snagged it up. It is The Devil's Nightmare. Again, I really don't know much about it, but I had a limited time to kind of look into it and figure out if I wanted to get it. And I snagged it up. Looks like this came out just in 2019, so it hasn't been out that long. And there's going to be some more Mondo Macabre coming up here, but this one's from 2015. Lizard in a woman's skin. Sweet snag. This one is another CJ Entertainment. No, this says Tokyo Shock. But I collect the Takashi Miike movies. So I went ahead and got Crow's Zero, another Takashi Miike movie. I believe this was only $4. So that was another very affordable snag. And then the last one from that box, okay. This one I kind of threw in because, again, I was making like quick decisions. This is a Dark Sky Films one called One-Eyed Girl. I just looked into this real quick, but again, these could be ones that are at Dollar Tree, It could be. On the brink of a nervous breakdown, young psychiatrist Travis meets Grace, representative of a secret church that promises salvation to even the most troubled of its members. Intrigued, Travis joins the church and meets its leader, the charismatic Father Jay, who indoctrinates him into his sex sometimes radical practices. When a series of tragedies befalls Father Jay and his flock, Travis must decide if his loyalty truly lies with Father Jay, the ever-elusive Grace, or himself. Explores the dark matters of the soul with an engrossing intensity. 103 minutes from 2014. Sounds pretty intense to me. Glad I got it. Unless it ends up at Dollar Tree. Okay, let's just take a look at the prices here. One-Eyed Girl was actually, $5. Crow Zero was $4. Devil's Nightmare, $14. Lizard or Woman's Skin, only $12. Wow. Masquerade, $4. Bleak House, $12. Ace Ventura, $10, if I didn't already say that. Oh, I got the cardboard sorting thing right there, and I missed it. This is interesting because the way they did it, they usually, if it's this thick, they'll spread it out into two. So hopefully nothing in this one got damaged. I don't know why they really packed it so fat like that. I'm guessing this is my second order. We'll see. They really stacked this thing in there, and it's pretty tight, so I hope the items didn't get damaged. Hamilton book though, a good small company to support. This was actually my last order, so I'm going to show that last. And I'm going to show this one next. This was my second order, and I want to do them the way I ordered them. Move my water bottle. That's the thing that's you know, if you're gonna support a company, you support Dollar Tree, some big corporate company that doesn't give a shit about its customers, or Hamilton Books. So if I overspend a little bit on Hamilton, I can kind of reason with myself about it at least. All right, let's take a look at what we got here in the second order, which includes more out of print. First one is one that I do not believe is out of print. It is from Code Red. Maybe it is Code Red. These aren't super easy to get, but looks like kind of a fun action movie. Is this 80s? 1986. Silk. Don't have a ton of Code Reds. I'm trying to kind of up the Code Red in my collection. Let's see, 83 minutes. Longer European version, mastered in HD. Just looks like kind of a turn your brain off and watch kind of action movie. We have an out-of-print one here from Warner Brothers, which apparently this didn't get like... It was like released pretty quick and went out of print, you know? It went out of print pretty quick. Wesley Snipes in The Art of War, which I do believe that I have on DVD, but this was $6, and like I said, it is out of print. Jim Ferguson from Fox TV said, Snipes is a combination of Shaft and James Bond martial arts at its best. So another kind of fun action movie. Looks like it's set like at least partially in China. 117 minutes. Some good old Wesley Snipes. This was apparently released in 2015, the movie from 2000. So I don't know why this movie didn't get like a bigger release. Like it went out of print pretty quickly, apparently. We have another Mondo Macabro movie here, which I read good things about. It is The Fan. It looks like this is a 2-disc set. It has the Blu-ray DVD combo. This Blu-ray was released in 2015, but this movie just got very positive reviews. This movie, The Fan, from 1982, 94 minutes. And so I went ahead and snagged it up. Just making sure that I can show the back of this. There's a little nudity on the back, so I'm not going to show that, but I wonder if these are still available on Hamilton Book. I'd have to check. And then there was some of these Roger Corman collection Code Red releases. Again, I don't know a whole lot about these, but it seemed like people were interested in these. You know that people were buying them, so I was interested. Just from looking at it, I was interested. They're probably not that good of movies, but again, trying to kind of broaden my horizons in my collection. I'm always trying to do that. And I snagged this up, The Sisterhood. It says brand new 16:9 HD master of the uncut version. This movie is from 1987. It is 89 minutes. There is no copyright on the Blu-ray, but I am excited to have this. And then there's some other Roger Corman collection ones. Equalizer 2000. 85 minutes from 1986. These just look like They look kind of like Mad Max type things, like Mad Max type movies, just like out in the desert kind of thing. Hopefully they're not horrible. I really like the Mad Max movies. Up next, we have another one of those from the Roger Corman Post-Nuke Collection is what these are called. Wheels of Fire. Wheels of Fire, 81 minutes from 1984. Again, same sort of looking thing. Looks like kind of Mad Max type of movies. Kind of look like, you know, kind of grindhousey type of movies. They might be horrible. I'm gonna have fun with them anyway. Up next, we have another Code Red action movie called The Devastator. This is only 79 minutes from 1985. Again, it just looks like 80s trash. Just action trash. We'll see. We'll see how it is. You know, a lot of people like these, have fun with these movies, so we'll see if old PMac cares for them or not. This case feels like it's kind of messed up. But this is another one that I looked into. Sounded pretty good. Michael Chikris. They didn't even spell his name right. Okay. The Rain Killer here. This is from Scorpion Releasing. There's Michael Chiklis there. He's been around for a while, but look, they misspelled his name there. It says Chikris. Too much of a glare in here, but trust me, it says Chikris. Just trust me. It's spelled correctly a couple times on here and then misspelled there. But, let's see. Detective Vince Capper of the LAPD, whose job is discovering the identity of a serial killer murdering rich single ladies when the rain falls. His partner is Michael Chikris from Commish and S.H.I.E.L.D. and an all-business FBI agent, but the case is tough, especially when all the clues get washed away. So it's like kind of a detective mystery type of thing, which sounds pretty good to me. This movie is from 1990, 93 minutes. I didn't even realize that Michael Chiklis is in this. So that's pretty cool. I like me some Michael Chiklis. I used to watch the Commish with my family, with some of my family members. This one I bought for $5, but I remember seeing it, I think in the Philippines it would come on. Now the issue is I did hear that this has been found at Dollar Tree, but it sounds like it's a pretty rare one to find at Dollar Trees, so we'll see. It is Kill Me 3 Times, starring Simon Pegg and Teresa Palmer, who I like Simon and Teresa Palmer. I like both of them. And like I said, I remembered seeing some of this when I was in the Philippines, I think it was playing. And I kind of wanted to see the whole movie because it looked kind of interesting. If I knew that people were finding it at Dollar Tree before I snagged it, I probably would have held off. But we'll see what happens. They do have a pretty good return policy, too. Like, within 60 days, you can return stuff. You're just going to have to pay for the shipping back. So, now this is the last package. And, like I said, it was really thick and crammed. I don't know why they didn't put it in 2 stacks like they usually do, but oh well, hopefully they're all in good condition. This is another one that I believe is out of print, but I don't really know much about these trauma movies. It looked like they're mostly pretty bad, but I did hear that this Father's Day movie was pretty good. I had been thinking about getting it with my second order and passed on it, but I decided it is out of print and it goes for a fair amount. I decided I would go ahead and snag it up. Father's Day follows a classic story we all grew up with. Boy watches father. Okay, we're not going to get into what that says. It sounds pretty messed up, and I'm not going to read all that. That's grotesque. This one is another out of print one, which I originally had passed on and I wasn't going to get. I'm not a huge fan of the movie. I've watched most of it, but I decided it is out of print. I'm going to go ahead and snag it. It is True Romance. I grabbed this for $10, I believe it was. $10, I believe it was. 10 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 Yeah, that is Brad Pitt. Young Brad Pitt in this. But glad to snag it at that price. We got some more Mondo Macabro. It is Night Has 1,000 Desires here. Another one that I looked into a little bit, decided to go ahead and snag it up from 1984, 94 minutes. Looks like this was put out in 2016. Don't know a ton about these movies, but broadening the horizons of the collection. Another Trauma one. I think this is the only other Trauma one that I got. Tromeo and Juliet. This has got some weird... This is like a repackaged plastic on it. But again, this didn't look like the greatest movie ever, but I wanted it for the old PMac collection because I'd heard of it, I suppose. Up next, another Mondo Macabro. This one I think sells for quite a bit. I don't know if it's out of print or if it's just because it's a limited edition, but it is The Slave here. The Slave on Blu-ray. It says a limited edition of 3,500 copies. From 1969, it's 100 minutes. It is a 2-disc Blu-ray and DVD combo set. And this was put out in 2014. So yeah, this has got to be out of print then. I don't know how Hamilton Book came across it. This is another one that I was thinking, this may end up at Dollar Tree, but it might not. And it's actually, I don't know why this is so heavy. What has this got in it? This is a really heavy, firm release. It is Lesbian Vampire Killers. I don't believe that this has a United States release. Some people, on the Blu-ray.com message board said that it was a really fun movie. Looks like it was put out in 2008, so this Blu-ray's been put out for quite a while. Maybe that's why. This case is just a beast. I kind of want to open this up and see what's inside here. Is there a booklet? It doesn't feel like there's a booklet. I think it's just that the cases they used to use for Blu-rays were actually somewhat sturdy. Now they're like weak. See, this is just a disc, and it's just a case. The plastic on the case is very thick and sturdy. It actually has reverse artwork too. Okay, this is French reverse artwork. 1 hour and 23 minutes. Okay. Another Mondo Macabro one. The Blood Splattered Bride here. 102 minutes from 1972. I read that this was inspiration for the Kill Bill movies, so that kind of led me to want to get it. This release was from 2018. It says brand new 4K transfer from the film Negative. That was another pretty cool one there. And then I read some good things about this one too. Another Mondo Macabro. Woman Chasing the Butterfly of Death. So it looks like this is an Asian one. Another 4K transfer from film Negative. This was actually released in 2019, so this has been out not very long. From South Korea, 1978, 117 minutes. I'm interested to go back on Hamilton Book and see if they still have all these left on their website. And then this is one that this one is probably going to be at Dollar Trees, but it was only $2 on Hamilton Book, and I wanted to get it. It looked interesting, sounded interesting. It is Identicals here. It had I believe a price drop down to $2. This is a Sony release, and I'll read the back of it. The organization Brand New You identifies networks of identicals, people who walk like you, talk like you, but are walking through different, better lives, and helps their customers make a life upgrade, eliminating the better life donor and relocating their client to that brand new life. Slater seems to have the perfect life, the perfect job, and the perfect girlfriend, but when Slater's girlfriend is abducted by Brand New You and a corpse left in her place, he is forced to become an identical. As he moves through a series of parallel lives, he becomes more and more obsessed with finding his girlfriend, but what he must find in the end is himself. 100 Minutes from 2015. Identicals. Stephen Dalton from The Hollywood Reporter says a rich and elusive work, intellectually ambitious and visually arresting. And then, this is one I was kind of on the fence about, but I got it. I got it because it comes with a code, but it actually has a nice slipcover too. It is Manhattan Season 1, nice slippy dippy. This is from 2015, 622 minutes, and it does have the digital code. This is a Lionsgate release with digital code. Set against the backdrop of the mission to build the world's first atomic bomb, Manhattan follows the brilliant but flawed scientists and their families as they attempt to coexist in a world where secrets and lies infiltrate every aspect of their lives. It's got a nice slippy. I'm glad I got that one. That was $6. Father's Day was $10. True Romance was $10. Night Has 1,000 Desires was only $12. Romeo and Juliet was $8. Slave 14. Lesbian Vampire Killers was $5. Blood Splattered Bride was $14. Woman Chasing the Butterfly of Death was $14. Identicals was $2, and Manhattan was $6. I round up, but they all end in 95. So the 995 I round up to 10, the 1195 round up to 12, and so I am excited about this haul. I'm hoping Hamilton Book can keep putting together updates that are that good. I mean, to have all those Mondo Macabre movies, there's a few that I did not get to, I do believe. There's a few that just did not sound like things that I necessarily wanted to get, so I passed on some of them. There was a lot more trauma ones that just looked, they were just too much. But I'm happy with my haul. I wish I kind of pieced it together. Like, if I could have made one big order, obviously I would have saved the $8, but I also took the chance of missing out on some ones that I wanted. The only thing I ended up missing out on was the I think a Toxic Avenger set, but that sold out super quick. That's the only other thing I wanted, and that actually kind of led me to place that first order quick because I already knew that one had sold out, so I was worried that more would sell out. Specifically, what's it called? That Woman in Lizard Skin that I really wanted. But anyway, that's it. We're all set here. Let me know what you got from Hamilton Book. Let me know what you thought about my orders from Hamilton Book. And we will see you guys next time on PMacMovies.